Have you ever seen landscapes so beautiful that they look like they belong in another world? Today we are exploring the most beautiful landscapes around the world that feel unreal and cinematic. From glowing mountains to endless valleys, every location shows nature at its absolute finest. Watch till the end and tell me which landscape amazed you the most in the comments. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic travel journeys. 10. Banff, Canada and Crystal Mountain Lakes. Banff is one of the most beautiful natural landscapes in the world, surrounded by the Canadian Rockies. Crystal clear lakes reflect snow-covered mountains like perfect mirrors. Moraine Lake glows with a deep blue color that looks almost unreal. Forests stretch across valleys filled with wildlife and natural silence. Snow peaks remain visible even during summer, creating a magical contrast. Roads through Banff offer endless cinematic views at every turn. The air feels fresh, cold, and completely untouched by pollution. Banff feels like nature showing its purest and cleanest form. Every lake here feels like liquid glass, and even the wind seems careful not to disturb the perfect reflections that make the whole place look painted rather than real. 9. Patagonia, Argentina, Chile and wild ice fields. Patagonia is a massive region filled with mountains, glaciers, and endless open land. Ice fields stretch across valleys like frozen oceans in motion. Sharp mountain peaks rise dramatically into the cloudy sky. Glaciers crack and move, creating powerful natural sounds. Winds sweep across the landscape, giving a raw, untouched feeling. Lakes reflect dramatic skies and changing weather patterns. Hiking here feels like exploring the edge of the world. Patagonia feels like Earth in its most wild and ancient state. It feels endless in every direction, as if the planet forgot to place boundaries here, leaving only raw, untouched wilderness stretching beyond imagination. 8. Great Barrier Reef, Australia and underwater world. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef system on Earth. Underwater landscapes are filled with colorful coral formations and marine life. Tropical fish move through clear blue water in every direction. Sunlight shines through the ocean, creating glowing underwater patterns. Divers experience a completely different world beneath the surface. Islands nearby add beauty to the ocean scenery above water. The ecosystem is alive, colorful, and constantly moving. The Great Barrier Reef feels like a hidden underwater paradise. It feels like entering a second planet hidden beneath the waves, where silence replaces sound and color replaces darkness in every direction. 7. Sahara Desert, Africa and endless sand dunes. The Sahara Desert stretches endlessly across multiple countries in Africa. Golden sand dunes shift constantly with wind and time. Sunrise and sunset create dramatic shadows across the desert waves. Camels move slowly across the vast empty landscape. Oasis points appear like hidden miracles in the desert. Night skies are filled with countless bright stars. Silence dominates the entire environment, creating deep peace. The Sahara feels like an ocean of sand frozen in motion. The heat bends the horizon itself, making distance feel like an illusion while the world turns into endless golden waves under a burning sky. 6. Iceland and fire ice landscapes. Iceland is a land of volcanoes, glaciers, waterfalls, and black sand beaches. Northern lights paint the sky with green and purple waves. Glaciers sit beside active volcanoes, creating extreme contrasts. Waterfalls like Skogafoss and Gullfoss look powerful and endless. Hot springs create warm natural pools in cold environments. Black sand beaches stretch along dramatic ocean coastlines. Every landscape feels raw, powerful, and untouched by time. Iceland feels like Earth showing its most dramatic face. Steam rises from the ground while ice covers the land, creating a living contrast of fire and frost that feels almost impossible to exist together. 5. Amazon rainforest, South America and Green Kingdom. The Amazon rainforest is the largest tropical forest in the world. Dense green trees stretch endlessly, covering the entire region. Rivers flow through forests like giant moving highways. Wildlife exists everywhere, from birds to exotic animals. Rainfall creates constant life and movement in the ecosystem. Hidden tribes still live deep inside untouched areas. The air feels heavy, humid, and full of life energy. The Amazon feels like the lungs of the entire planet. Every sound feels alive here, from insects to distant thunder, creating a world where nature never stops breathing for even a single moment. 4. Swiss Alps, Switzerland in snow paradise. The Swiss Alps are filled with snow-covered peaks and green valleys. Small villages sit peacefully between massive mountain ranges. Lakes reflect perfect mountain shapes like glass surfaces. Cable cars and trains move through stunning alpine scenery. Winter transforms everything into a white frozen paradise. Summer brings green fields filled with flowers and life. The environment feels peaceful, clean, and perfectly balanced. The Alps feel like nature sculpted perfection with precision. It feels like walking inside a postcard where every direction is perfectly framed by mountains that seem too beautiful to be real. 3. Yosemite, USA and Giant Rock Valley. Yosemite National Park is known for its massive granite cliffs and waterfalls. El Capitan rises dramatically like a giant stone wall. Waterfalls like Yosemite Falls drop from extreme heights. Valleys are filled with forests, rivers, and wildlife. Sunlight creates golden tones across rock formations. Hiking trails reveal breathtaking views at every step. Seasonal changes transform the entire landscape beautifully. Yosemite feels like a cathedral built entirely by nature. Standing here feels like being inside a giant stone sculpture carved over millions of years, where every surface tells a story of time itself. 2. Zhangjiajie, China and floating mountains. Zhangjiajie is famous for tall stone pillars rising through clouds. These formations look like floating mountains above the earth. Fog moves between peaks, creating a mystical atmosphere. Glass bridges allow views across deep, dramatic valleys. Forests grow on top of narrow stone towers. The landscape inspired fantasy worlds in movies. Every angle looks surreal and impossible to believe. Zhangjiajie feels like stepping into a floating dream world. It feels like gravity itself is weaker here, allowing mountains to rise into the sky like forgotten giants hidden above the clouds. 1. Norway Fjords and Deep Water Mountains. Norway fjords are deep ocean inlets surrounded by steep cliffs. Water cuts through mountains, creating dramatic natural scenery. Waterfalls fall directly from cliffs into deep blue water. Small villages sit peacefully along the fjord edges. Boats travel through narrow scenic waterways. Snow peaks reflect beautifully in calm waters. The silence of nature feels powerful and calming. Norway fjords feel like earth carved by time itself. The entire landscape feels like a slow-moving masterpiece where land and water merge in silence, creating one of the most peaceful views on earth. These beautiful landscapes show how powerful and diverse nature is across the world. Tell me which landscape you would visit first in the comments below. Share this video with someone who loves nature and travel. Subscribe for more cinematic journeys around the planet. Your next adventure is waiting somewhere in nature's beauty.